everybody. Here I'm showing you my fabric roses. If you think it's beautiful and pretty, if you want to make your own, just keep watching the video and I'm showing you how to make it. Here are the stuffs that we need for making flower roses. And they're pretty much everything you needed. And the template for the petals. It doesn't have to exact the same size as mine. You could make a bigger flower than mine or a smaller flower than mine. And now I'm showing you how to make the center of rose using the Q-tip and the cotton pad. You don't have to use the cotton pad. It can be folded paper towel and or the tissues. What I'm going to try to make it is the shape of football, which is fatter in the middle. So I'm gonna add up more cotton pad and secure them with the glue. And I'm going to use the thread to tighten it up. It doesn't have to be hard, but it cannot be soft because that's going to be the base of the flower. We're gonna put petals on that, so it cannot be too soft. So I'm gonna tie it up with the thread like that, and it's all done. Now I'm going to add up the petal and showing you how to make the petals. Every petals here are cutout satin fabric with the cutout satin fabric same sizes that I'm using, that one, the template. You just cut out of the fabric like that. Some people don't use the template because, as you know, the real flower doesn't have exact same looks of shape, petals. It's all look different. Maybe that's how makes it more natural and real. But I'm kind of a control freak, so I'm using my templates. And this is the first shape of the flower petal. What important is that you put the fire on the edge of the fabric and make them curve. Maybe you can't get it easily at the first time, but practice makes it perfect. So maybe after like 3-4 ruined flower petals, then you could get it better and perfect. And now I'm folding the bottom of the flower, make ruffle or crease at the bottom and melt end and secure them like that using tweezer so you don't burn your finger. That's one petal, and the other one with the wavy edges. You put fire on the edges and make them hot and twist it with your fingertips like that. And don't put out your finger until it's cooled down, so the shape stays as you expect it. like twist edges like 3-4 times, not too many, not too small. I did like 4 times, usually 3-4 times. Make sure melt edges so there's no fray end, and fold it as what we did before, same as make creases, ruffles, and secure them with melting. Make sure it doesn't go open again, like that. You could use a little bit of the glues if it doesn't work as you expected. Now you're gonna cover the center of the rose, what we made with the cotton pad with the Q-tips. Cover them. Try to cover them with the wavy edges of petal. But always I'm giving you the good tips. When you make the flowers, don't use too much glues, and don't glue them completely, like leave the side of the petals. You need to put the glue at the bottom, of course, but don't glue them on the side of the petals. If you look real picture, the real flower pictures, the petals never closed completely, so don't go overboard with the glue. Nothing could come from it. I've learned my lessons from before. And now I'm going to put permanent marker at the tips of the flower center, because sometimes when you look upside down you could see the white end, which is not good. So using the black marker now here, because I'm making the navy, almost the dark blue colors of flower, so black will do the job. But if you make the yellow or like red or pink, then you better use the same color of the marker with your flower color. And now I'm cover the flower center with the petals, like that. Wait until the glue cool down so it doesn't get loose. Another petal. What I recommend you is that learning from other videos on YouTube or other tutorials from Pinterest, it's good, but I think that you need to see the real flower pictures as possible many times, because if you see them many times, you're gonna figure it out how to make the flower more look natural. So even though we are making artificial flower with the fabrics, if it looks more natural, I think it's going to be more look beautiful. So I looked tons of the picture of the flowers. Important tip is that when you choose the fabric, I think you need to absolutely choose the synthetic fabrics, no natural fabrics like silk or 100% cottons or linens. You have to choose the synthetic fabric like polyester or nylons, because natural fabric, when you put them on fire, that's going to burn, like turning into black ashes. But the synthetic fabric is melting, so you cannot, if you have a fabric at home, you don't know what is it, if it's natural or synthetic, just to try to burn the tip of the little tip of the fabric. Then if it's melting, it's a synthetic. If it's not, which means it's natural fabric, so you cannot use it. Some creator, some artist who makes a flower, they are using ribbons because it's easy to handle. I think the ribbons is a little bit more stiff, so it's more easy to shaping the petals. But I'm using fabric whatever available around me because I'm a doll maker. I have tons of leftover fabrics. But when you want to buy the fabric, I guess the satin fabric by yard is cheaper than ribbons. Ribbons are more expensive. If you want to make a big size of the flower, you have to buy at least more than 2 inches width. That those kind of size of ribbons are very expensive. But if you buy 1 yard of medium weight satin, I recommend you not go with the light or extra lightweight of the satin or other fabrics. It's not gonna easy for you to make the shaping of the flower. So at least go with the medium weight. And if you buy 1 yard, I guess it's around like $9. Depends on which store. And there's more variety of the colors. And if you buy 1 yard, I think that more than 10 roses you can get out of it. So make out of it. So that's what I recommend. But if you have satin fabrics, many satin fabrics at home, just to use it, it's good. It's actually, I think that I never tried it, but I think it's better. So use what's available around you to save money. And now I'm going the last layer of the petals. Make sure you do overwrap, like starting with the middle of the petal, glue them and like that. Make the layers half overwrap. And I'm gonna put some more petals. If you are making try to make someone's your die gift, I recommend you to go with the more neutral colors like navies or dark beige or black creams, something like that. So the person who received your gift can actually use it every day. It's those colors is easy to matching with the other clothes or fashion items. Bright red, maybe it looks beautiful, but it's not easy to matching with the other items. So what I try to make is that the fashion items not for the look, for you can actually wear them every day. Flowers done. Now I am going to cut off the tips of the Q-tips and cover the bottom with the circle shape of same fabric as petal. I guess the circle size is a little bit bigger than quarter. 1¼ inches of diameter. Now I'm making the leaves. And showing you how to make the leaves looks like that. But I think that you don't have to have the leaves. If you think it's absolutely not needed, just pass it and chipped out the edges with the scissor, because that's how look like a rose leaves. And make sure that you don't have any fray end. I'm using the crepe fabric for leaves because major reason is that's what's available around me, and the colors what I like. I don't go with the bright green because I don't like it. I like more like hunter green or Kelly green colors. I think it's better looks on people. Everybody can pull it off. That color looks nice on that color. And go with the every colors of artificial fabric flowers that I make. I'm gonna make the line, fold them in half, make the center line with the melting edges using fire, and make sure you have the tweezer ready. I think that you should have one at home. It's really important because your fingers is very precious. You know, if you go close to the fire, you definitely go get burned. I did. So I found this one around my house. I didn't even realize that I have it at home, but I found it now. I cannot live without it. So Q-tip, the tweezer, and the pincet. I don't know what you call forceps. Whatever you have at home, just use it. So make the lines on the leaves as the same. I made two big size of the leaves and one little bit smaller than those, and I'm going to glue the flower. You may think that flower's going too low than you expected, but I try it. I always think that flowers around your ear height looks better. If the flower is placed too high, that looks more, I think that make your face little more look bigger and longer. So place them around your ear height is more perfect, I guess. It's my opinion. I think that you're gonna find which locations where you place your flower is totally up to you. Now I place the leaves and secure the bottom with the hard felt. So you hold them until the glues cool down. So make sure it doesn't go loose. Since I'm using the thin, narrow headband, make sure the flower is secure in the place. And I'm going to make sure the leaves doesn't go too droopy. So little bit of the glue and secure them on the petal like that. When you wear them, it's among your hair, it more looks natural. Now my flower is done. It came out beautiful, about like 5 inches of diameters. So if you think it's too big for you, then you can go with the little smaller size of the petal. Or if you want them more even bigger dramatics, then you can go for it. Like that. Thank you for watching my video.